Hi, welcome to SPR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the odds couple. Today is Tuesday, October 4th, and here we are. Here we are once again. The NBA season is back now.
It seems like we just did that video on the Game 7 not even a month ago.
Unbelievable. We covered the NBA season extensively last year, and our regular viewers know Mike Brenner basically killed it. Had some ups and downs, more ups than downs, though, and the playoffs was just like, forget about it.
God, we cashed.
Nailed it.
Buddy.
Nailed it. Even I started doing well in the playoffs last year.
But you know what?
Yeah.
This is that business where, what have you done for me lately? So it's back there. They don't care, so let's concentrate on this year.
So here we go. We're starting off 2016-2017 NBA, and we're going to start off with just a look at the futures odds here as of October 4th. And my first thoughts is, I know, look, betting on the season is fun, but why bother even playing it? We got the Cavs at minus 213 to win the East, the Warriors at minus 245 to win the West.
And the rest teams should just probably go home.
I mean, what do you think that these odds are legitimate, or is it basically going to be Cavs and Warriors again?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, all right, and it should be on paper. If Cavs do show up again, it'll be because LeBron, because right now they're going through a lot of drama with J.R. Smith and stuff like that. Quietly, Golden State's just doing what they do. Pete, I think they could probably just throw everything out and let Golden State have the title because Durant's going to fit in there real quietly and real peacefully without taking anything away from anybody else. What has happened with this team is every one of them has an ego that they will not let be bigger than the team.
I mean, I say this all the time, and we saw some hints of it and indications of it last year when you're talking about like season-long futures odds. Yeah. Just the factor of injuries. How can it? The Warriors are minus 127 to win the championship. How can a team have favorite odds, have negative odds to win the NBA championship just from the factor of injuries or anything? Anything can happen.
Well, what they've done there, they've overlooked it and said, "Oh my God, Durant's with Steph Curry."
Right.
There's no way. That's why it is. But you know what? Your point is everything, and that's why I'll stay off of that one because you never know. My God, anything could happen.
Yeah. All right. So other teams then in terms of odds to win the West, as far as winning the West and the East, there's only one other team that even has odds less than 10 to 1 in each conference. There's Boston, about 7 to 1 to win the East, and then the Spurs at about 5 to 1 to win the West, and then everyone else after that is 15 to 1 or higher. Every single other team is 15 to 1 or higher just to win their conferences. So
this is a year like no other in a long time in the NBA, and I promise you. You got literally Tim Duncan stepping down. All right, that team is now under rebuilding mode, whether anybody likes it or not taking anything away from Kawhi Leonard. All right, that team has a lot of work inside to do. They noticed it last year. Okay, you've got Houston Rockets, which proved with the best talent, they couldn't get it done. James Harden's got to learn how to play defense. And now you got the Atlanta Hawks that think we found our savior. Well, guess what? That savior, he hurt 2 different teams, 3 different teams, whoever it was he played for, and that's Dwight Howard, the most overpaid athlete. All right, in basketball, I'm telling you, Pete, this is a weird year.
Yeah. And the third choice in the West. The third choice is 17 to 1. The Clippers.
Wow.
The Clippers.
Wow.
17 to 1. The fourth choice is OKC at 28 to 1.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The fourth choice has 28 to 1 odds to win the West. Just to win the West, not to win the championship.
And OKC, they got their work cut out for them. And even with Westbrook, they lost a couple other pieces, obviously Durant, but that team's in total rebuilding mode. This is a year where parity is certainly not going to play huge into the league and into the results. This could be a ticket cashing year.
Or maybe parity on the second tier of teams, but on the top tier, I don't know.
Exactly. Very well said.
Is there any team aside from the Golden State or the Cavs that you think might have a legitimate shot at winning the title and therefore
not the title,
to win their conference and therefore might have some betting value on their futures odds?
I think Boston's going to be a ticket cashing machine.
Right.
Brad Stevens is now in his 4th or 5th year with this team. This is his team.
Yeah.
All right, they made some really good acquisitions. I like the angle they're going, and I like the fact that they're quiet. And I really think Boston's going to give people some fits. And Atlanta, I don't know. I like the coach, but that move with Howard, I think, is going to hurt that team like it did every other team he played for. But other than that, I don't see anybody in that conference between Boston because Indiana's not going to be it. I don't think so. They lost some pieces. And, Pete, there's just nobody else really to talk about right now.
I don't know. Milwaukee,
is it the Knicks?
the Wizards.
Come on.
You're right. The
Wizards.
Bulls. What about the Bulls? The Hawks?
The
Miami Heat? I don't know.
Miami Heat. Who? What do they got? Derek?
I don't know. I don't know what they have. They don't have anyone. All right. So to win the East and the West, would you pick, if you had to bet, and these are not official picks. These are just soft picks that we're going to give for the sake of discussion. But would you actually, if you had to make a bet on a team to win the West and to win the East, would you actually bet on the Cavs and the Warriors, or would you take one of these long shots?
No, I would probably take them because even with injuries, if it did play in, I still think they each have a deep enough team to step up and beat what everybody else has currently on their number one, their starting roster.
Yeah.
I think LeBron is capable of firing this team up again. Bottom line, I would never fade him, and he's on a mission. He wants this, and what happened, had this trade not taken place with Durant, I think the Cavaliers might be a little softer. I think LeBron would be, okay, I've done what I need to do, but guess what? Now he says, now I really got a challenge. I got to face that same team with Durant. That's going to fire him up.
Yeah.
All right, he's going to be fired up, but they better put a couple other pieces in there.
What about a team like, I remember at the end of last year, we were saying that we thought that Portland might be a team that would start to have some betting value, not necessarily to win the conference or anything, but to have some betting value on their spreads. Right now they're 55-1 to win the West. I mean, there's no chance.
Now they also lost some rosters. I'm telling you, there's a lot of changes in a lot of teams. Very few teams stayed solid and fully and complete. Boston, I think, made out the best. I think that would be the team that could really challenge Cleveland. All right, that would be my say.
They're 7-1 right now to win the East. That's probably, you think that has better value than the Cavs at -213?
I think so.
Probably.
I really think so, Pete. I think that would be a smarter move. And on the other side, though, I mean, come on, Clippers. I don't see what they didn't do anything this offseason to get any better to face Golden State and to give them a challenge.
Yeah.
All right, OKC took 5 steps backwards. All right. Who, Portland? No, I don't see it.
The Spurs at 5-1, the Popovich factor.
I might not watch basketball this year. I might just bet it and make money. Right. I might just play those teams every single time.
And then to win the NBA championship again, the Warriors are being made the prohibitive favorite though over the Cavs, even though it's expected that's going to be the matchup. Right now, the Cavs are the Cavs are almost 3-1 to win the title, and the Warriors are again, like I said, -125.
Yeah. And without knowing what's happening injury-wise, it's amazing how they could do that. But I think at the end of the day, it's got to be the right choice. I think this is going to be that year where people go, damn, this is kind of boring. I just really feel that this year. I don't see any big challenge.
All right, but ATS-wise, what? Look out for the Celtics. Look out for the Blazers.
Yes.
And who else?
There's another one that's going to be up and coming this year. I'm telling you, better look out for them. They're going to be a ticket casher.
What's that?
This is my opinion.
Let's hear it.
All right, and the cashing is going to be on the other side. Miami Heat. Miami Heat, fade them, tickets, baby.
Yeah.
And the Bulls. The Bulls are going to be overvalued because of D. Wade. D. Wade got another year older. He's already satisfied everything he could do to win titles. All right, he just went to show Pat Riley's, fuck you, excuse me, and he moved on. But this is a team that also you better fade. It's going to take time for them to gel. Oh, man, fading is going to be the way to make money this year.
All right, sounds good, Mike Brenner. And before we wrap things up, when the NBA season starts, a lot of books, like with the NFL, have NBA-specific bonuses, right?
Yes, now there's a bunch of them.
We still have the bonus page at sportsbookreview.com. You go to sportsbookreview.com, you go to the bonuses link in the upper left-hand box of the page. Click on that link and you're taken to a chart that shows you all the current bonuses being offered by all the books. Very handy chart. And also it doesn't just tell you what the bonuses are, it tells you whether there's a free play or a cash bonus. It tells you the rollover, all the things you need to know.
You know the reason I know it's a very good value, and I mean this, because right now the traffic that's still flying to 5 Dimes and Bookmaker because of their bonuses, it's unbelievable. So people are grabbing it. They're realizing that you can beat the bookie before you even bet. And not only that, you're playing with the highest graded books, so you're going to get paid. It's a damn win-win.
Sounds good, Mike Brenner. All right, tune into our NBA coverage all season long.
Basketball.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.